Wigan full-back is Steve Hampson. 30 years old, 12 Great Britain caps, the 1988 First Division Player of the Year. On the wing is Joe Lydon. Lydon, 28 and 29 caps for his country, formerly with Wigan, a £100,000 signing in 1986. Dean Bell is the captain of Wigan. He's the current man of steel. That means he's the player of last season. He's 30 years old and New Zealand international. Our first glimpse of Andrew Farrar, one Australian cap for him, formerly with Wests and Canterbury Bankstown. Andrew Farrar playing in the centres today. Alongside him is Martin Offiah, back in the side after injury. Great Britain will be relieved to see him on duty tonight. A former Widnes man, of course, the world record signing, £440,000. Frano Botica is another who comes back after injury. The New Zealand international made his Wigan debut against Widnes in the 1990 Charity Shield. His half-back partner is Sean Edwards, the only survivor from the 1984 defeat by Widnes at Wembley. 25-year-old Edwards, last season's top try scorer with 40 touchdowns. Up front, Kelvin Skerrett, formerly with Hunslet and Bradford, a try at Sheffield and Wakefield last week, 14 Great Britain caps for the 26-year-old. Martin Crompton plays in the unfamiliar role of hooker. He's 23 on Sunday, so he's looking for a happy birthday. Wigan born. Wigan had to buy him, though, from Warrington this summer. Completing the front row is arguably the best prop forward in the world, Andy Platt. 23 caps for his country, Great Britain, of course. He's 27 years old. In the second row, Dennis Betts. He's missed just one game in 2.5 years. That was the match against Hull here when Wigan opened their season at Central Park with a defeat. Billy McGinty is the number 12. 4 Great Britain caps for the former Warrington man. This is his 36th consecutive appearance for the team he joined just 12 months ago. And the lineup is completed by Phil Clark. At 21, surely one of the brightest prospects in the British game, a scorer in 3 of the 6 test matches on tour this summer. And the coach, the Australian John Money, in his last season in charge of the Wigan champions. Great atmosphere building up on the terraces. Wigan and Widnes, as we've said all night, one of the great occasions of a rugby league year. And this is the opposition tonight. The men from Widnes, they're star-studded too, and Jonathan Davis, perhaps their biggest star. He's recovered from a thigh strain that he's had all week, and he takes his place at full-back. On the wing, the man with the job of watching Andy Currier, Martin Offiah rather, is Andy Currier, the 25-year-old, left out against Bradford last week when Widnes lost. He's back in the side tonight. Alongside him, the under-21 international Stuart Spruce. Phil Larder, the new Widnes coach, has high hopes of this fella. He's played in the last 3. It's a Welsh connection at 4, John Devereux, sent off against Castleford, a 2-match ban. He returned last week but was beaten. John Devereux, 35 tries last season. He's in 4, and fellow Welshman Adrian Hadley, a signing from Salford, the Welsh international. Jason Critchley and Steve Wynn going in the opposite direction. Former Cardiff Rugby Union star, Adrian Hadley, in 5. Tony Myler is in his 12th year at Widnes. He's the standoff half. Injury has dogged his career. The 1984 Lion is 31 years old now. A return to Wigan for Bobby Goulding. Goulding, signed by Widnes from Leeds, had great days here at Central Park. Remarkably, he's still only 20. Up front, Kurt Sorensen, the grand old man of Widnes, is 35. 27 New Zealand caps, and he formerly was with Wigan as a teenager in the 70s. Kurt Sorensen, prop forward in 8. Paul Hume is the Widnes hooker. He's the new captain this season. And with Martin Dermott injured here at Wigan and Lee Jackson out of favour at Hull, who knows, Paul Hume could be the Great Britain hooker against the Aussies in the World Cup final. The New Zealand international, SNA for Milo, completes the front row. The 1989 Kiwi is from the Upper Hutt Club in Wellington. SNA for Milo, the prop forward. Paul Moriarty is in the second row. Injury really has dogged this fella's career too, since turning pro in 1989. But Moriarty now is back to his best. Richie Ayres is the informed second rower in the country, leading try scorer for Widnes this season with 4 touchdowns. Signed from the Widnes Tigers Junior Club, he's another aiming for a World Cup spot. And a first appearance at loose forward, we believe, for David Hume, the only survivor from the 1984 Widnes Wembley lineup against Wigan. He's the 1989 First Division Player of the Year. David Hume, the loose forward, completing the lineup for the new coach, the new man in charge at Norton Park, Phil Larder. Martin O'Fire, playing against his former team for only the second time. O'Fire 2 tries against Widnes in the corresponding fixture last season. Bobby Golding back in the side after suspension. Had great days here at Wigan. Only 20 years old, already a Great Britain international. He's got 6 caps to his name. And before he was suspended, well, he looked like he was really back in the mood at Widnes under the new coach. The match referee is Colin Morris from Huddersfield, 35 years old, and he refereed the match here against Hull just a couple of weeks ago when Wigan opened their First Division account at Central Park with a defeat. So the Wigan supporters, and particularly their coach John Money, will be hoping that lightning doesn't strike twice. Tremendous atmosphere inside this ground, though. Wigan and Widnes, we're live and exclusive with you on Sky Sports tonight. The Friday night big league. They don't come much bigger than this, and a match, Mike Stevenson, that we really are looking forward to.
Excellent prospects ahead. 80 minutes of sheer fire, endeavour, and watch for the clash between the two packs. I really do feel in such crunch games like this that it's the forwards that will lay the foundation for success, and they don't come any tougher than these two packs on display tonight.
That's Central Park from the Sky, our eye in the sky on Sky Sports, watching as Steve Hampson gets this battle of the giants underway. And the ball took a little bounce and then went out of play. Widnes must drop out from underneath their own sticks.
Bad mistake there by Widnes. They should have had that covered. A mighty kick there from the kickoff, and pressure being applied in the opening seconds to the Widnes side.
It's Davis's dropout. It's not one of the best. And this now is Billy McGinty. Good tackling from Widnes. David Hume in that unaccustomed number 13 jersey. Andy Platt wearing 10. Watched very carefully indeed. Watch out for Hume in 13. Gets to do a ton of work in the loose. Here now is Clark. He's found Betts. Good tackling, Goulding. Crumpton, the dummy half. This is Botica. Botica showed it to Bell. Gave it instead to Andrew Farrar, the Australian. Wigan on the charge in the opening minute here with Kelvin Skerritt. It's the last tackle. Watch for the kick from Edwards. Oh, it was hit late by Moriarty. A tester for Davis. Davis takes it brilliantly. Morris saw the collision between Moriarty and Edwards out the corner of his eye. There it is.
Well, it was just a push by Moriarty. There was nothing in it at all. As you mentioned, Eddie, the referee, Colin Morris, said play on. But what a great take by the fullback, Jonathan Davis. It was to be expected. They will pepper Davis all night with a bomb.
He's another man who has got an eye on a place in that World Cup final against Australia for Great Britain on the 24th of October. It's the last tackle. Widnes are still inside their own 20. Davis must kick downfield and does. To his opposite number, Hampson. Hampson trying to go round Spruce. Spruce took him, stretching to his left. O'Fire to Botica. O'Fire being roundly booed by the Widnes crowd. Edwards. Good run that from Andy Platt. Coming for the short ball.
Had to laugh when O'Fire touched the ball, then the Widnes crowd, a big boo. They've got memories like elephants, haven't they?
Clark to a fire. Watched by Courier and slid out of play. That's good tackling by Courier.
Well, we mentioned before the kickoff, and I'm sure that Phil Larder would have told Courier to keep on him all night. Good defence there. There's Courier in the picture. He'll be quite pleased with that opening tackle.
It's Widnes's head and feed. It's now with Stuart Spruce. Referee's whistle sounds. Andrew Farrer in a bit high.
No doubt about it. You can see there the left hand going right into Spruce's face. The new ruling is quite explicit, or the interpretation of it anyway. Anything above the shoulders would be penalised. Now let's hope that a finger didn't find its way in there. Didn't appear to be, but that was a very dangerous tackle.
Andrew Farrer signed from West's 3 grand finals for Canterbury Bankstown. He really did make his name with the Bulldogs. The man who is filling in the considerable shoes of Gene Miles. Spruce is okay, he's on his feet, bit dazed. This is for Milo. Hume finds Goulding. Goulding always looking busy, finding Ayres. That's good tackling by Philip Clark to keep Ayres at bay. Here come Widnes again with Sorensen, now to Devereux. Devereux showing great strength in the centres, dragging Widnes into the 20-metre zone. Goulding now, and Myler. Up in support is Davis. Davis with the long cycle shorts on, that thigh strain. This is David Hume, and that's the last tackle. And it was a good one too from Betts. Over the head of Goulding, Sorensen picks it up, tries the midfield bomb. And Sorensen gets the ball back, but he was offside.
Well, that's a sad finish for a wonderful, explosive play by Widnes. They really did keep that ball alive. The linking ability of Goulding and Myler, this is the kick, is not noted as in the prop forward Kurt Sorensen for being too clever in the boot department. But no doubt about it, he was caught offside from Goulding's little tip on there.
Wigan then coming forward with Skerrett. Oh, it's going to be a mighty collision. After 5 minutes, it's 0-0. Skerrett and Sorensen. That's an eyeball-to-eyeball confrontation to savour tonight. And so's that one, Platt and the rest of the Wigan front row.
I get the feeling, Eddie, that Colin Morris is going to have a hectic night.
There's the referee watching very carefully as these tackles come in. Clark and Edwards. Lovely ball that to Farrer. Bell, the man who set him free. Good tackling by Myler, and for Milo to bring him down. Edwards now, little chip over the top. Adrian Hadley sweeps up the danger.
A little bit too strong there by Edwards. He saw that Widnes did not have a dummy. They didn't have the sweeper there at all. It was a little bit too long, but good play by Adrian Hadley. He read the danger well and had dropped back.
Referee's whistle sounds. Wants a word with Martin Crumpton for that challenge on Kurt Sorensen.
Well, I know he's playing in the forwards, but he's normally a halfback, and that is stupid. Right in front of the referee. I'll have a go at him here. Miss him. What about that? That is stupid play. And quite frankly, he should send him off for 10 minutes just for the sheer audacity of doing it in front of the referee.
Martin Crumpton, warned by Colin Morris. I must say, if I was going to pick on anyone, it might not be Kurt Sorensen.
See what happens when they move the three-quarters up into the front row. They lose their marbles at times.
This is Courier. It's Farrer and O'Fire. Good to see O'Fire back on the field with that World Cup looming. Oh, a big hit by McGinty on for Milo. Whoa, that took the wind out of Milo's sails. Moriarty now. What's this?
I don't know about Moriarty's sails. It certainly took him out of mine up here. Oh, it's going to be a tough one.
Come on, John, what are you? Get away, come on.
Paul Hume is the acting halfback. Now it's with Goulding, who will just clip the ball downfield, but Hampson knows his play well from his days at Wigan, and he read that perfectly, the fullback, made good ground too.
He would have been disappointed with that kick, Goulding. It was right down to the throat of the fullback Hampson. He has to pick the open spaces.
Well, that was a wild challenge on Farah by three Widnes players, Myler, Spruce and Sorensen. Watch for him. No penalty though, referee says play on. Oh, Widnes are really getting stuck in. That says Moriarty and Sorensen. And too overzealous is referee Morris's opinion.
Widnes fired up. There you saw Sorensen coming in a little bit late, but the man was still moving. He's allowed to do that as long as the man is moving and the referee is not called held. But the reason why the penalty was given was that man, Paul Moriarty, didn't allow him to get on and play the ball.
Wigan champions for a third consecutive season, an 8-point margin from St Helens at the end of last season. Widnes finished 8th. Their poorest placing since 1987, when they also finished 8th. Penalties 3-1 in Widnes' favour. Widnes, by the way, never out of the top 8 since 1977, when they finished 10th. Such consistency from these two sides on show on the big league tonight. Here's Botica, Edwards and Farah. Farah fancies a run. He's given it to Hampson. Hampson and Devereux tangling. Last one, Edwards has to kick. An angle kick over the face of play. Davis collects on his own goal line.
Well, there you can see how important that kick was. They pushed it into the open space. Davis had nowhere to go. Wigan will try to keep them penned down into this corner.
A match already to get the blood racing here at Central Park tonight. Nearly 10 minutes gone. Still we await the first points. Wigan and Widnes, two giants in the British game. No quarter will be asked tonight, and none will be given by these two sides. But there's a mistake. Wigan get it back with Botica. Botica for the corner! And Widnes have been punished for the first mistake of the match by Frano Botica. They released possession. Botica was onto it in a flash and had too much pace out wide.
The Stones Bitter Championship replay will see Ayres. The ball gets away. It was an awful pass, really. For Milo, that was woeful. The ball bounced through, and look at the guy go. The Kiwi Botica has too much pace out wide. The man who made the mistake in the first place, but let's not put too much blame on Ayres. Here you see the ball being away. That was unbelievable. Milo's pass really went over the top. No one could take it, but this man did. It's all about taking your chances, and that's 4 points. So easy, and a real setback for Widnes.
So Frano Botica, back in the side after injury, gets his first 4 points of the season. Top goals 161, top points 364 last season. 4 now to his credit for this campaign. And here he comes with the conversion attempt. Well, I tell you, he kicks them from everywhere, this fella. That's the first 6 points of Frano Botica's season. An easy try, but my word, an excellent conversion. 6-0, coming up to 12 minutes gone.
Well, how many times do we see just a silly mistake that can set the ball rolling? Widnes were very impressive in those opening minutes. They really did put it to Wigan.
Widnes restart, searching for their first victory against Wigan here at Central Park since March 1990. Though we must remember they won the Regal Trophy here against Leeds last January. Lydon, former Widnes star, £100,000 signing all those years ago in 1986. But Widnes now 6 points adrift. And they eventually let Dennis Betts get to his feet.
Well, with this type of tackling from both sides, a mistake that we've just seen a few seconds earlier that gave Wigan that first try could really prove important.
Referee wants a word, I think, with Moriarty. Moriarty's the man on the floor there with the fair hair. For Milo is all over the man in possession. But referee Morris says, once you've tackled him, get out the way and let him stand up.
Yes, the rule states quite categorically that having done the tackle, you must roll away from the play the ball area as quickly as possible. Moriarty didn't.
Here's Skerritt. Almost through for Myler. Edwards. Not much room to work out there, is there, for the quick jinking little runs of Sean Edwards and company. Here's Farah. Sorensen is really getting stuck in. So too is David Hume. Botica. The call was from Clark.
This Widnes defence is moving up very quickly out wide. They're only allowing Wigan a very narrow channel to play through.
Platt has dropped it in the ferocity of the challenge, but the referee said the ball went backwards. It's the last tackle. Wigan are able to play on with Botica. That was nice little bit of play from Botica. Made room for himself. Davis collects the kick downfield, and Botica collects Davis. Well, it's fast and it's furious, isn't it?
Oh, no time to take your breath, especially out there on the park. Oh, they really are getting into each other.
Moriarty. How Great Britain, and there's a high tackle against Moriarty. I was going to say how Great Britain could have done with the big number 11 for Widnes' height, weight and strength in Australia.
No doubt about it. You saw Platt come in there. The swinging right arm. I suppose one day it will get through to these players that referees are clamping down.
Thing is, my coaches, and John Money is one of them, has told his players, I'm sure, to go ball and all in the tackle. And if that's high, so be it.
Well, this is the type of tackling that comes about. Widnes lucky to keep possession there. That was crunch time.
Spruce almost through. Botica just managed to tap his ankles, pull him down. Myler's the dummy half, and Myler knocked on. Just took his eye off the ball.
Only needs to be a little one. Referees aren't that blind, which may surprise quite a few people. But it's those little mistakes, I'm afraid, that Widnes are going to rue.
Tony Myler, in his 12th year at Widnes, only 250-odd games, though, because of injury in those 12 years. Such a shame, such a talent. Bell, the Wigan captain, that was Clark. This now is Hampson. Hampson saw a little gap and went for it. Ayres and Devereux closed him down. Here's McGinty. Ball's come out. Another huge challenge. Devereux has it.
Oh, crunch time. Oh, what a tackle.
Moriarty again.
He's a big boy and he's putting all the poundage behind those tackles.
Here's for Milo running strongly. Couldn't get through Dennis Betts. Sean Edwards helps him out. Paul Hume, the dummy half. Sorensen. Still Sorensen. Away from Farah, but couldn't get away from Edwards. It's only early in the season, but these two sides are going at it hammer and tongs.
Well, this can't carry on for too long. Surely either side, especially Widnes, have got to start opting for the kick. They can't just use their forwards as battering rams all night.
Last tackle, we'll see a kick now from Goulding. Dabs one over the top. Is made a fire, go towards the corner flag, and pushes his former teammates back towards their own line.
Nice little kick there by Goulding. Two options, but it just didn't apply the pressure to a Fire to take it in with him.
It's 6 points to nil in Wigan's favour. 17 minutes, nearly 18 minutes on the clock. Oh, it's gone over in a flash, hasn't it? Rich entertainment tonight on the big league. Two giants of the game. Star-studded teams, Wigan and Widnes. The world's costliest hazard at the moment, Martin of Fire. This now is Philip Clark.
Well, I think both coaches and I'm sure the fans realise it's pretty solid out there, and it'll soon settle down a bit. Both sides try to use the link a little bit more, but boy, oh boy, it's tough.
Andy Platt through Moriarty. Widnes doing a good job on Wigan, keeping them back towards their own quarter line here. Wigan now looking to spread it with Edwards. That's a lovely run. Good tackling in the end. Widnes were alert to that. It's the last tackle. They're 10 metres inside their own half. Botica will drill that ball downfield. Look for the touchline and finds it brilliantly.
Excellent play there by Botica. The Kiwi had all the time in the world. Hadley had no chance to get to that one. So important in this modern day. The game is so fast. The kicking game is vital.
Great grunt as the two sets of forwards hammer into each other. Widnes in possession with Bobby Goulding. Devro. Oh, that's high. Oh, that's very high.
Dean Bell it was. You'll see there, slow motion. Now you mentioned that they were going to go ball and all. Well, that's not ball and all, is it? That was directed right at the chin. And I get the impression that referee Colin Morris may start to lose his temper.
He's reading the riot act to the Wigan skipper, and the message is clear. Any more of that and you'll be in the dressing room and taking the early shower. Penalty, Widnes. And Wigan lucky to stay to their full complement.
Well, that's the second time they've pushed Widnes back into their own 25 and allowed them to get out of it by throwing two stiff arms. That silly penalties they're giving away.
Just over the midway point. Widnes ahead on the penalty count, but Wigan ahead on the scoreboard where it matters. 6 points to nil. Paul Hume. David Hume, his brother. Sorensen's the runner. Oh, Sorensen's made a big break. He's given it to Hume. Hume for the corner, stopped by O'Fire. Carried on by Spruce. Spruce gives it straight to Sean Edwards. And O'Fire, try-scorer, turned try-saver there.
And it had to be there. They were silly, were Wigan there. They went high on the big Kiwi, Sorensen. He strode through. But once again, panic football. Stuart Spruce really should have gone to ground then. A wasted chance.
Widnes' best chance, and they've bombed it. Wigan still 6-0 ahead. And in possession with Bell. It's the last tackle. It's with Edwards. Now it's with Lydon. Lydon puts leather to the ball, gets good height, good distance. Difficult one for Davis. Davis picks up pace. Can't fox them though. McGinty wasn't foxed at all. Referee holding up the clock because a ball is on the field of play on the far side. It's now been cleared. The cameraman have it. Paul Hume, the dummy half. Back to Davis. Davis with that long kick downfield. Hansen collects. Steve Hansen, so disappointed that he didn't make the tests in the summer down under in Australia. Yet another with an eye on the World Cup final. And here's someone else, no doubt, Martin of Fire. But Kurt Sorensen got hold of him by the collar. and whipped him to the floor. Wigan right on halfway. Crompton's the dummy half. Platt finds Dean Bell as captain. Crompton again the dummy half. Platt the runner, and Crompton in support. It's the last tackle. Edwards, again the angled kick. And Davis to bring the ball out. But running across the face. The chase has arrived.
Good kick and chase there by Wigan. You could see that they applied that pressure. They forced Widnes across the face of his own goal sticks.
Paul Hume from dummy half. Devereux in that position now. Showing a lot of the strength that many people thought John Devereux would force his way into the tests during the summer. I know he was very, very disappointed that he didn't. It looks as though he's back in a good groove of form here now for Widnes. Davis. Hampson read that perfectly. Stepping well is Hampson, but he couldn't get away from David Hume.
Well, it's mapping out like a game of chess. Both sides using the kicking game very intelligently. But I'm sure that either side will have to change it, use another option. Both sides are reluctant to use the sweeper, so I suggest a little kick over would work.
There's some big hits going on out there. All legal, says referee Morris. Chest against chest that was. Farah just manages to pick up, and then a fire runs over the fallen bodies and trips. And the referee wants a word with Courier, I think.
Well, Courier really didn't have to come in and involved with this. Now, I think he's got him for tripping. Either the elbow or he's sort of having a... Yes, the elbow. Well, it's no good shaking your head. Maybe we can see it on a different side here. Yes, he drops down with his elbow. A little bit obscured there, but whether it was all that intentional.
And Kurt Sorensen is coming off. He's going to be replaced by Harvey Howard. Now, Harvey Howard, a former winger, he's now very much at home in the front row. Former Waterloo Rugby Union star. Had a great game here, if I remember rightly, in the Regal Trophy final last January. Howard straight into the tackling stint. 25.5 minutes gone. 6-0, Wigan are ahead. And in possession with Skerrett. He was allowed to carry on then because Widnes hadn't stopped his progress.
Keep an eye out for a move from Wigan now.
Platt to Crompton. Crompton helps it further wide. Hadley and Devereux had to keep Dean Bell out then. This is Botica. Wigan have got some players out wide here. Botica going on his own though, and Moriarty brings him down. It's the last tackle. They're right under the sticks. They're going to run it with Edwards. To Farah. Farah dabbed the ball forward looking for a fire, and Andy Courier read it very well indeed.
My word, Courier went down to this ball. There, the kick from Farah, and he caught it with his thighs.
Another huge tackle from Andy Platt. Harvey Howard felt the full weight of that.
He sure did. Look at this. It was legal. Harvey Howard got up and looked for the number, I think. The car number. That's what it would have felt like.
And that was the last tackle, the referee says, so it's the turnover. Widnes must have misread the call. Wigan back in possession with Dean Bell.
A bad mistake by Widnes. They just lost the plot then.
Here's McGinty. Crompton the acting halfback, Edwards and Clark. Widnes shut him down in the shape of Paul Hume, the captain, and Paul Moriarty. Drop ball. Kelvin Skerrett.
He won't be happy with that, Skerrett. He definitely took the eyes off the ball. He was looking at the man coming to him. He shakes his head in disgust. But there's some big hits out there. You can't blame them for sneaking a little look.
Tony Myler manages to get the ball free. Davis was right behind him. There's the scrum count. Devereux's in possession. Now Howard. Crunching tackle. Oh, but the referee says it was high. Was it? Yes.
No doubt about it. Oh, come on, Mr. Morris. How many of these do we have to take? That was intentional.
And Colin Morris then was back-chatted by the Wigan players and marched Widnes 10 metres further forward. So Widnes with a real chance here now, in possession with Courier, Hume and Myler. Howard on the charge. No wonder they've turned him into a forward. Look at the size of him. Big lad for a winger, isn't he? Goulding, Myler through the gap. Good tackling that was by Sean Edwards of all people. And again, but the referee says it's a penalty. Widnes offside.
Well, was that a professional foul, giving away the 2 rather than the 6, the possible 6? It was a great tackle by Edwards, but you see, he never retired there and pulls him down. Give him 10 minutes, they won't do it anymore. Get the yellow card out.
Jonathan Davis will have a shot at goal here with this one, because he's right under the posts.
No doubt in my mind, Eddie, that was a professional foul. They wanted to give an easy 2 points rather than possible 6.
So Jonathan Davis, 14 goals and 1 try for him. Make that 15 goals and 1 try. Widnes are off the mark on the half hour. 10 minutes to half-time. Wigan 6, Widnes 2. And this is the reason for the penalty, once again.
You see here, Edwards now pulls him. He has to come round in front of him. And that's just giving away a penalty. No doubt in my mind. Give him 10 minutes, come on.
Wigan to restart then, 10 minutes to half-time. Wigan, the champions, ahead by 6 points to 2. Remember, we'll be analysing this first half during the interval, and we'll also be joined by Neil Midgley. Another crunching tackle. Moriarty and Betts, they met head-on.
Wooshka! Oh! The marbles will still be going round 10 minutes later.
Somehow, they both stand up. But Betts and Moriarty, I said, Mike, that Great Britain missed the strength and weight of Moriarty. I just wonder whether he might be playing his way into the World Cup final here.
Well, he's certainly got him with a lot of enthusiasm, but once again we see another mistake. Was deemed a knock-on. The ball was going forward in the first place. Dragged the ball backwards. Colin Morris said it was a knock-on. Wigan feed.
Edwards gets possession, finds Botticher. He finds Bell. Botticher gives it to Farah. And all round Farah was number 4, John Devereux. Botticher again, now Dean Bell. Good tackle, Richie Ayres. Not letting Bell get to his feet. Referee says play on. Botticher and Edwards on the run around. Widnes have the ball back. Mistake from Wigan. Harvey Howard. Goulding the dummy half. Myler the runner. Through Edwards.
That was good play by Bobby Goulding. That played the ball. He came in quick at the angle and put the pressure on. Oh, a mistake.
Devereux drops the pass from Paul Hume. It was up near his face, but he should have kept hold of that one.
The pressure is immense. They know it, he knows it. Oh, this is hot.
It sure is. 4-5, the handling errors. Not too much to choose between the two, and another high tackle, this time by Devereux, pulled out by referee Morris.
Well, Devereux's taking it out on the Wigan fullback, Steve Hampson. Morris didn't miss it. And John Devereux wants to stop having a little pat on the referee. Referees don't like being touched by players.
Paul Hume just receiving treatment. Got a crack in the ribs. The Widnes captain, one of the toughest characters in the game. Skerritt, meanwhile, has this ball for Wigan. Howard and Milo bring him to a halt. Botica on the decoy run. Edwards decides to cling on his own.
Well, it just shows you how good the defence is on both sides. Clear breaks, very few and far between. It took a mistake by Widnes to give Wigan the first try.
It's intense, isn't it, this match? So much at stake. Last tackle. Wigan ahead, 6-2. Ball with Edwards. Just tried to dink that one over the top, but Davis read it.
Once again, the pressure in defence from Widnes, and Davis was shaken up there. Oh, McGinty, ball and all. You've noticed that Davis's head went back. Such was the intensity in the tackle.
Wigan swarming all over the man in possession as Steve McCurry warms up. I think we'll be seeing him on soon for Paul Hume, who has that rib injury. Here's Moriarty. Good to see. He really does look like he's back to his best, the big Welshman. Goulding with the kick downfield. Well, he knows this stadium like the back of his hand. Bobby Goulding, played here so often for Wigan.
Excellent kick. He picked his mark, kept it well away from the fullback Hampson.
Well, the face creased in agony will tell its own story. Paul Hume comes off, Steve McCurry comes on, and there is an injured player if ever I saw one. O'Fire. Well, every time Martin O'Fire gets hold of the ball, Widnes simply surround him.
This is certainly no place for the faint-hearted. There'll be a lot of battered and bruised men at the end of this game.
McCurry helping out Paul Moriarty, and the challenge on Dennis Betts. There is Steve McCurry. A debut as a 16-year-old for Steve McCurry against Wigan back in 1990. Remember that day, he had a superb game. Again, another high tackle, and Harvey Howard pulled out for the right hook.
No doubt about it, Howard coming in round. Let's have a go. Well, was it a great deal of intent in it? Didn't look all that hard. Still.
Crompton, the dummy half, Platt, the runner, straight into the chest of Milo. 3.5 to go to half-time. 6-2, Wigan ahead. Clark. Good tackle, Moriarty and Devereux. Widnes's Welsh connection, or one of them. They're there again. Clark, the acting halfback. Edwards now. Skerritt on the run. Still going Skerritt.
What a great run
forward.
Unbelievable, the intensity of the forwards.
Edwards delayed that. And Davis, well, he took it on the full behind his own goal line, so it's a tap on the 22. And Bobby Goulding's taken it quickly.
Well diffused there by Davis, but it was an excellent kick. The pressure in this game And the way the forwards are getting into each other, it's a sort of game where the three quarters put finesse on the back burner.
For Milo. Still going, even though he was facing the wrong direction. Goulding, Richie Ayres. Through one, but the way Wigan close him down once he slipped the net. McCurry, the acting half-back. Goulding and Harvey Howard. Ooh, Harvey Howard looking to unload. Wigan let him go. Goulding over the top. Was he taken out? No, referee will have none of it. Play on, he says, and Goulding straight into the tackle on Botica.
See on the replay, and he just pulled his arm away. Dennis Betts knew that any movement at all would have resulted in a penalty, and he just pulled it away at the last minute. But it was a great tackle by Goulding. He followed it through well.
Well, the forwards of both sides should be exhausted. It's a testimony to their fitness, this match. They've been going at each other like express trains all the way through, and this is Botica, scorer of Wigan's 6 points.
Come on, lads, jump, come on!
That's the last tackle. Lydon. Grubber kicks it downfield. Hatley connects it. Shrugs Lydon off.
Could have seen a winger there attempting to keep the ball in play. Normally they would have just let it go in and gone for the scrum. Good play there by Hadley.
Goulding and Moriarty. Goulding again. Looks for Courier down this right-hand touchline. Instead only found a Fire, who in turn finds Hampson. Hampson cuts in field. Goulding's after him like a little terrier. And McCurry gets him by the collar.
Good play in both attack and defence, but full credit to Goulding. He's realised the last couple of minutes that the little kicking game can breach this Wigan defence.
Dean Bell. Dennis Betts. We're into stoppage time, and Wigan are coming forward with Crompton. That's a good tackle by Hadley. Crompton still managed to get that ball away, though. Wigan still not finished. As I say, stoppage time. Betts on the charge. Gets the ball in field. Widnes have it back in the shape of Stuart Spruce.
Panic football on display again. But Wigan really clicked into top gear then. The Widnes defence scrambled well. Oh, what a great game.
Well, if you're one of the newcomers to rugby league, courtesy of Sky Sports this season, you can't but fail to be impressed by this. A match of high intensity, skill, bravery, and such athleticism. Those of you who remember the game with pot-bellied forwards, well, those days are well and truly gone. Goulding with the kick ahead. It's high. Hampson's watching it. Oh, it's easy. Like taking candy off a baby. Botica. Now Wigan have got the men out wide here. This is Farah. Farah, great run. A Fire's in support. Can he go all the way? A Fire. He's given it to Compton. Oh, an almighty collision. That was high again. The referee must act.
Well, Fire kept the ball inside. Lovely support play. You'll see Courier come through, and also the full forward SMI for Milo. Colin Morris was there on the spot. The crowd go wild. Andy Courier in picture. Was it a late reaction? Let's remember that the ball was being slipped inside by a Fire. Right at the minute, it was a last-minute lunge by Courier with the right arm. I think that's what saved him.
Certainly caught him. Certainly clipped Martin Crompton. Crompton's okay to carry on, but how many times have we seen the referee indicate in this half, Mike, I wonder, the swinging arm in the high tackle? He surely must take some action soon.
Could not agree with you more, Eddie. We call for it so many times. It's obvious that the message has not been getting through with those cautions that Colin Morris is giving out. Maybe we might see a little bit of those coloured cards, and it may sink well and truly inside the brain box. It's needed.
Botica then, we're deep in stoppage time, 3 minutes on our watch, and Botica with this penalty attempt that would restore Wigan's 6-point advantage at half-time. Frano, Deadeye, Botica, right in front, restores that 6-point lead. Wigan 8, Widnes 2, and there is the half-time siren. And a match that has produced everything that we expected of it. Wigan ahead by 8 points to 2 at half-time. You can't fail but to have been impressed by the intensity.
The best snooker on Sky Sports. The world's top players compete in the Scottish Masters. Tonight at 10:30.
Take a trip to the Sellafield Visitors Centre. It's exciting, it's educational, and it's packed with fascinating facts about nuclear energy. Open every day of the year except Christmas Day. The Sellafield Visitors Centre.
Uncle Ben's sauces. Let's try sweet and sour tonight. Just brown some pork and pour the sauce. It's full of crispy vegetables like bamboo shoots, peppers and pineapple. And serve with Uncle Ben's rice. They're delicious.
Uncle Ben's. Perfect results every time.
The best tools you can lay hands on.
In Prima this month, 20 delicious one-pot meals. Plus, find your perfect hairstyle and get 25% off. Prima October with your free multi-pattern.
Satellite TV Europe October issue out now. Britain's biggest and best satellite program guide. 4 pages of program listings per day, plus your complete movie guide with every film reviewed and rated. Buy the biggest and get the best. Get Satellite TV Europe now.
Malaysia Airlines flies daily non-stop from Heathrow to Malaysia with the genuine warmth and charm that's enchanting the world. Malaysia Airlines, over 80 destinations worldwide.
With a Flotex carpet, no matter what he spills, it simply cleans off without a trace. I'd be in a right mess without Flotex.
Well, hope you're enjoying what you're watching on Sky Sports Big League tonight. Just catch your breath for a minute. It is half-time, and it's Wigan who are ahead by 8 points to 2. Tremendous game. Now, joining us up here on the gantry, as he has last week at Hull, a slightly less distant journey for him, Neil Midgley, wearing the Salford tie, Neil, I see.
Yeah, well, I had to put this on tonight, didn't I, because we murdered Halifax on Sunday and Steve all tipped them. You've tipped Saints, I believe, this Sunday.
My word.
Thank God
and
for that.
it won't be the kiss of death. I'm telling you now, it will not be the kiss of death.
But the thing is, Neil, we're obviously going to see Saints and Salford as well on Sunday.
Yeah.
It'll have to go some to match this. What a match.
This is unbelievable. I mean, we've not seen much running, but we're all really fired up because of the tackling. But what concerns me as a rugby league lover is that the head tackling, we can do without that, you know, and that's why there are no runners knocking about today, because they're frightened to death of running. It's all right identifying it, as the referee has. He's not Mr. One, but really I think we've got to start punishing them a little bit firmer than that, because then we encourage the runners, I think, to come in.
You could do with the cards that you brought out with last week.
I've left them at all, by the way. I think that fish.
It looks like the referee here has left them as well.
I'm not getting involved in that one.
But it's a tremendous contest, isn't it, Mike? There's no doubt about that.
Well, we said before the game kicked off that it would be won or lost in the forwards. And boy, oh boy, they went hammer and tongs for 40 minutes. That is one reason why I retired.
I thought you were born looking like that as well.
Oh, no, I can assure you of that. Only my mother had done up to that one.
Now, let's take a look at some of the incidents from that first half. And I think the tone was set fairly early on by the little swinging arm from Martin Crompton. Sorensen, the man in possession. There it was, right in front of the referee. He got him once, got him twice, and the third time for good measure.
Had a pretty good view as well, did Colin Morris, didn't he? He was, as I say, his patience must be tested now. And I think maybe that he'll have time in the half-time break to sort of get himself together and realise, OK, that's it. I'll find the cards and I'm going to use them. Let's hope he does.
One little secret for you. Colin Morris actually spoke to both coaches this week in the build-up to this match. Did you ever speak to a football manager as far as this sort of business is concerned?
No, I never did, actually, because they wouldn't take any notice anyway. But it's just like being at home, you know. But no, I never spoke to them in the week before the game, but certainly on the day of the match I'd have the odd word, but not about how the game might go, just to pass pleasantries, really. I think we've got the laws of the game at our disposal, and we've got to work to them and try and protect these skillful players in either game.
Well, the one try that came Wigan's way. It was scored by Frano Botica and came about, Mike, as a result of the bad pass from Richie Ayres.
Yeah, well, there was no chance that Myler could get that. It's all about taking your chances. And it really is sad, really, because Widnes really got off to a great start. They were making the most breaks. OK, they were only half breaks, but the Wigan defence was shuffling through, as Widnes did late in the game.
And he really did have a little bit of room and a bit of space here, Botica, didn't he? About the only time in the half that any player of either side has had that sort of space to exploit.
Well, it came about because of the mistake. The Widnes backs were standing back, expecting the ball to come through. They really didn't expect the ball to be dropped or the mistake made. You have to have the confidence within your teammates.
Well, you know, I think the computer and Mike predicted a close enough match. 18-12 the computer, 12-8.
12-8.
12-8.
Yes. And I'm looking pretty.
Yes, he's looking good.
I'll rephrase that. I'm looking, all right.
You're looking good as far as the scoring is concerned. Neil, where would your money be now as the total neutral?
Well, I've got to fancy Wigan strongly. I think they look in the better side. The tackling is unbelievable. But in it, great entertainment. Here we are on a Friday night with a packed house. Tackling as ferocious as that on the field of play. The crowd loving it, not the slightest bit of trouble. Therapeutic. I said that word last week and I mean it. Brilliant.
It is therapeutic. The man is right. Neil Midgley, will be hearing from him more at full time when this tremendous tussle is over and done with. So coming up next, the second 40 minutes, Botica's try and Botica's kicking. The secret so far for Wigan. They're ahead by 8 points to 2. The battle resumes next.
This man has AXA Equity and Law life assurance. If anything happens to him, his wife will be a rich woman. I wonder who that was. AXA Equity and Law. Need we say more?
Starting now in Best Magazine, Best Quest. Over £200,000 of prizes. Win cars, camcorders, diamonds, holidays. Get Best with your free game card now.
The bacteria that cause spots are there every day, so to kill them and get fewer spots, use Biactol every day.
When two women offered to wash my hair, I thought they're only after one thing. They were my dandruff microbes, the irritating little blighters that cause the flakes. That's why they're washing half my head with this and half with Head and Shoulders, to demonstrate how it gets rid of the dandruff by neutralizing those troublesome microbes. On the ordinary medicated side, still dandruff. How irritating. But on the Head and Shoulders side, no dandruff. And the hair's rampant.
Head and Shoulders doesn't half-shift dandruff.
Whether it's the best tasting spaghetti bolognese or freshly frozen lasagna, only Dolmio will do. Because every Dolmio recipe uses the finest natural ingredients, all combined to create that delicious Dolmio taste. For spaghetti bolognese or freshly frozen lasagna, Dolmio is simply irresistible. Dolmio, only the best will do.
Get down! A story of outrage. You couldn't just stand there and watch him shoot those people. Passion. Where's Sean Miller? And suspense.
He's never gonna let us go, is he?
Paramount Pictures presents the motion picture event of the season. Harrison Ford, Patriot Games.
Blue-Eyed Soul is new. A stunning collection of modern-day soul. Great performers, classic songs. Discover Blue-Eyed Soul.
Collect the vouchers from participating Shell stations. And even you could pick up the car of your dreams.
Holy Hulkamania viewers, it's primetime wrestling. Woo! Saturday night at 8 on Sky Sports.
Packed house at Central Park for this battle of the giants. Wigan against Widnes. Reminder of the half-time score. It's Wigan 8, Widnes 2. Let's take a look at some of the statistics from that first half. We'll look at the team tackle count. 87 for Widnes, 78 for Wigan. Now, if my maths are correct, that's 165 tackles. That in 40 minutes is a tackle, well, 4 tackles every minute. And that doesn't account for scrums, for penalties, for the referee having a go about the high tackles or anything else. Truly tremendous effort from both sides. Penalties all square at 6 apiece, scrums 5-3, handling errors all square at 5, and 30% of the time in possession with the ball, 38% of the time in possession with the ball for both teams. Paul Moriarty and Bobby Goulding anxious to turn this situation round for Widnes at the start of this second half. And Jonathan Davis hardly put a foot wrong at full-back for Widnes tonight, but he will be peppered, we fancy, in this second half. Peppered with bombs and anything else that Wigan can throw at him. Dennis Betts had a big match already here tonight. Big first half. One of the top second rowers in the world now. And the great thing as far as Great Britain is concerned, he's only 23. 19 caps under his belt. So much experience. The sort of man we hope that will make Great Britain world champions on October the 24th, as is that man there, Andy Platt. Arguably the best prop forward in the world. Well, we're live and exclusive then from Central Park tonight. It's Wigan against Widnes, Chapter 2 coming up, the second half. And Widnes it will be who will get the second 40 minutes underway. Colin Morris is quite happy. Jonathan Davis kicks off. 40 minutes for Widnes to rescue this match, trailing by 8 points to 2 at the start of this second half.
Be a testing opening minutes for either side. It really was a crunch first 40. And the confidence builder in this first 5 minutes will be important.
Beaten 42 points to 16 by Wigan last season in the Premiership in April, were Widnes. It was the heaviest score conceded against Wigan in 25 years. I don't think there'll be 42 points conceded by either side here tonight. Having said that, stand by for the Avalanche.
Well, it's been pretty hot and tough out there, and I think stamina will win the game.
Davis collects it on the first bounce, away from Bell. Couldn't get away from Lydon, though. Devereaux in a dummy half. McCurry now there, and David Hume and Richie Ayres. Widnes content to drive that ball down the middle with Familo. New Zealand test player, S.N.A. Familo. Made his test debut here against Great Britain, incidentally, at Central Park in 1989. Courier from dummy half will grubber kick the ball into touch on the 10-metre mark.
Not much option there for Courier. Kept his cool, just jabbed the ball through, realising there was nowhere to go. They'll take the option and try to keep Wigan penned down in their own 15.
Referee's whistle sounds. Penalty at the scrum. And it's gone Wigan's way.
He caught Widnes 3/4 offside there. They both have to stand way behind the pack. Cannot move forward until the ball has cleared the back of the scrum.
Referee holds the clock up. Moriarty limping back to take his place in the Widnes defence. Referee starts the clock ticking again. Just a bit concerned, I think, that Moriarty had picked up another injury.
Well, I think the referee, Colin Morris, thought that Moriarty had split his eye open.
Wouldn't surprise you tonight, would it? Botica, Clark, or rather, Clark coming forward.
He's been a workhorse for Wigan tonight, as have all the forwards on both sides.
Betts. Harvey Howard has him upstairs. He's taken downstairs by David Hume in that unaccustomed number 13 jersey, the loose forward. There's Holiday, by the way, who normally occupies that shirt for Widnes. Still feeling the effects of a mosquito bite, apparently, he picked up on tour this summer. Courier can go nowhere. The left-wing partnership of Farah and O'Fire wheel him in. Tackling from Platt on Ayres. Golding gives it to Moriarty. Wigan crowd thought that was a forward pass. Referee didn't. Widnes can continue. Good tackling stint this though by Wigan again. Ball's with Davis. Giving himself room for the kick. Lydon went for it, thought better of it as he was stretching.
Well, the game of chess continues. The long kicks downfield, hoping for that mistake. Which side is going to crack? That's the big question here at Central Park.
Philip Clark gets the ball to Farah. Oh, dear me. Platt taken strongly by Harvey Howard. Andy Platt looks at the Wigan sub ruefully, and Harvey Howard came thundering in then, and Platt doesn't like it. Bell's laughing at him. Harvey Howard, I don't know what he saw then, but he went like I don't know what. Look at it. Oh.
Well, at first I thought he hadn't connected, but he glanced at the top of Platt's head. You'll see it on the replay. Oh, just caught him. Very slightly, but referee Colin Morris has got him for intent. Well...
And he's got a bit of blood flowing from his own left eye, hasn't he? And what's the referee going to give him? The blood bin. Not the yellow card. All the crowd, I think he's been sent to the sin bin, but it's the blood bin. It's the red cross on that card from Colin Morris. So well, it's not a sin binning at all.
Well, at least there's one thing we do know, that referee Morris has brought along the cards. I don't think that was his wallet that he brought out of his back pocket.
Penalty, Wigan. Leiden with the kick. It really has been a closely fought contest, this, over the years. 36 matches played. Wigan have won 17, Widnes 18. Wigan ahead by 8 points to 2 as the team tackles from Widnes top the century mark, and they will equalise the series at 18 all if they hold on to this victory here tonight. Dennis Betts.
Well, for years they've said that the standard of English Rugby League doesn't match the Australians in fitness. Well, just watch this.
Fire feeds Edwards. Fire comes back inside, but Edwards, with Courier all round him, just couldn't get the ball released. Crompton, the dummy half. Platt is the runner. Last tackle. Wigan 12 metres short. The little grubber kick ahead. Myler read it perfectly, but Crompton, following up with a bit of help from Fire, pinned Myler behind his own posts.
Well, I've been calling for it all the game to break down the defence. Crompton thought about it, kicked through. The pressure on Myler was intense. The dropout will come.
Well, he dropped it out, and what's more, he just tried to fool everybody with a little short kick, and a Wigan player came in before the ball had gone 10 metres, and so Widnes now have a penalty on their own 10-metre line.
Well, it was a gamble that paid off for Widnes.
Sorensen in possession. I've not seen that done before on Sky Sports. Myler tried to catch them all napping, and Wigan took the 5-card trick then. So Widnes in possession, but still deep in their own half of the field.
They certainly won't need sleeping powders tonight, this mob. The energy is unbelievable.
Moriarty. It's the last tackle. Goulding kicks downfield again. Hampson collects it, puffs the cheeks out, and goes round Goulding, though the little man managed to ankle tap him, bring him down, and Devereux finishes the job off. Dean Bell. Oh, Moriarty had him by the collar. Dean Bell was going nowhere. Edwards is.
Good run by Edwards, but a great tackle by David Hume.
Clark. Crompton at acting halfback. Edwards. Long pass to Botica. This is Dennis Betts. Betts being roughed to the floor by Richie Ayres. Edwards over the top from Edwards. Davis comes forward, takes it, and Edwards takes him.
Good thinking there by Davis. He realised Widnes did not have the sweeper drop back. Lovely little kick here by Edwards.
Well, Wigan beaten by Hull in their opening league fixture. John Money, their coach, says that they've been making mistakes, and really they've been helping to defeat themselves, but they've not really made too many mistakes here tonight, and they've kept Widnes at bay, restricting them to just the one penalty goal from Davis. But here's a bit of magic from Goulding.
Well, that was unfortunate for Widnes. The referee got in the way there. Goulding stepped back inside. The support was there, but so was referee Colin Morris.
Little reverse pass from Myler brought Davis into the picture, and Davis just stabs the ball over the top.
Good thinking. Deep into the corner. What a tactical game this is turning out to be.
10 minutes of this second half gone. Wigan ahead, 8 points to 2. Pulsating struggle between these two giants of this game. Referee is now happy the way the scrum has formed.
Well, this is getting that tough, Eddie. You get the impression that the forwards are quite happy when there's a scrum, so they can just lean on each other.
They're certainly slugging it out, these two, aren't they? Wigan with a big advantage at the scrum.
Wigan, of course, will be quite happy to just keep control. They realise as the minutes tick away that it's Widnes that will have to start playing the catch-up football, start taking the gamble, taking the risks.
That was good tackling, though, by Widnes. Lydon fooled Sorensen completely with that run and then hammered the ball downfield to Courier. He was wheeled in by Botica with a little bit of help from Kelvin Skerrett. Now Myler just tucks the ball on the side of his hip for Milo. Balls come free. Goulding had to be quick onto that. Just beat Crompton in the race for the loose ball. Stuart Spruce. That's good play, and Ayres again dropped it. Richie Ayres, I know, looking for a big game tonight, and he spilled the ball a few times.
You can see quite clearly Richie Ayres was looking at the tacklers coming towards him. Bit of encouragement there. And they need it, and a little bit of respite here. A rest.
Well, Botica's only just back in the side after injury, and that looks like a touch of cramp. David Hume was seen clean as a whistle there, trying to encourage Richie Ayres to put these mistakes behind him. Wonder if we can get any hint here as to why Botica received that treatment. A melee of bodies, but I really do think it was cramp. I think the pace of this game really is getting to Frano Botica. Dean Bell with a little half break, watched by David Hume. Edwards, another long pass out to that far side. It's Dennis Betts.
Defence is brilliant on both sides. It's going to take a little bit of individual brilliance to break the day. They've got to use something similar, different, sorry.
The forwards standing toe to toe and slugging it out. It's like watching two heavyweight boxers. Now then, Edwards with the high kick. One for Davis. Davis is brave, and the challenge from Botica. And Lydon came in to finish him off.
Take a bow, eyes on the ball at all times. I have no fear, said he. And he succeeded in taking it. Wonderful.
Hadley scrambling to his feet. The pace is unrelenting.
You can feel the tension in the crowd.
Lovely play that from Myler. Managed to bring Steve McCurry into it as he fell. It's the last one, though. Widnes are still deep in their own half. Davis gets some length on those balls. Downfield. Hampson with the break. Finds a fire. Still going, Martin Afire. Tormenting the side he used to play for. And still. And releases the pass to Crompton. Botica, Clark, Skerrett.
Well, he's the type of player that can bring out that individuality. Martin O'Fire certainly has the speed. I'm sure the message would have gone out from John Money. Go looking for it, my son.
Wigan on the Widnes 20-metre mark with Edwards. And Moriarty's got to get out of the way. He does. Ball's back to Botica. Attempted drop goal. Misses.
The idea was good. He had plenty of time. There was no pressure upon him. Just shaved onto the left. You can see the post just wobble.
The score stays at 8 points to 2 in Wigan's favour. And Wigan are warming up both their substitutes. There they are. Sam Panapa nearest to us. Jason Robinson on the far side.
Could this be the move that makes the difference? John Money, 2 fresh legs against a side that must be tired. All 26 out there on view. They must be just dragging on their feet.
Davis's kick downfield again is straight down the throat of Steve Hampson. Here's Andrew Farrar, the man brought over from Australia to replace Gene Miles.
He's shown some neat touches tonight, but so have many others. It really has been a class act from both sides.
They say that defence is the key to all victories, and the defence on view from both sides, Mike, quite magnificent tonight.
And they often say that defence can be boring. Well, this is certainly not that. It's been great stuff.
Last tackle. Balls with Edwards. Oh, has he put a bit too much meat behind that? No, he hasn't. He's judged that one to perfection.
Nice kick by the number 7, Sean Edwards. Excellent play, found the opening. I just get the impression, Eddie, that Wigan might get the message out to their hooker, Martin Crompton, to come away from the dummy half position now that this man's coming on, Jason Robinson, and maybe inject himself in a little bit more than what we've seen so far.
McGinty and Botica are off. Robinson and Panapa are on. So Wigan have made the substitution. A double substitution by their coach, John Money. A pair of fresh legs, but the ball has been dropped. The referee says it went backwards. So carry on Widnes.
And rightly so, that was a good decision.
Myler manages to release the ball as he fell underneath that challenge. Found McCurry. Devereux in the dummy half. And on his own, Devereux. Goulding again smacks the ball downfield, but Hampson has read every kick downfield perfectly tonight. And he's away from one, but he just couldn't get away from Moriarty.
He's had a tremendous game, the Wigan number 1, Steve Hampson.
Watch this fellow, Billy Whiz, they call him, Jason Robinson. Discovered by Eric Hawley, the Wigan club scout in Yorkshire. And he believes he might have found the new Ellery Hanley for Wigan in the shape of the number 14, Jason Robinson. Little mistake from Andrew Farrar.
Bad mistake at a time when Wigan looked to be taking control. He knows it. He's experienced enough to understand that.
So scrum down. And we can go downstairs as the referee Colin Morris holds the clock up to hear from one of the Wigan players who's just been substituted. It's Frano Botica, who's talking with our man on sideline tonight, Graham Beecroft.
Well, Frano, you've come off the field. Are you injured, or was it a tactical substitution?
It's tactical. I think I'm pretty knackered at the moment.
Well, you've got all the points up to now. How's the game going? Is everybody still confident you can come through and win it?
Yeah, I think so. We've just got to apply the pressure again to Widnes. We had them tiring in the last 10 minutes of the first half. Obviously, they've caught their breath, and we've just got to wear them down again.
OK, so everything going well down here as far as Wigan are concerned. Eddie, back to you.
Thanks, Graham. Widnes in possession with Ayres.
The big question in the Widnes camp now is that anybody out there that can really produce that killer punch that they need. Maybe the gamble, Eddie, of bringing Jonathan Davies up into the line.
McCurry is the acting halfback. Richie Ayres now. Good tackling again, though, from Wigan. They simply snap the door shut, don't they? There's no way through when they're in this sort of move. Goulding with the high kick. Underneath it, a fire. And he takes it like a fullback.
What a wonderful take. That would have done him proud in Australian rules football. He took off from the ground at the right moment and once again kept the cool.
Panafa. Richie Ayres has taken a bang. Receiving treatment. Sorensen has Platt by the collar, helped out by David Hume. We're midway through this second half now, and Wigan holding that 8-2 advantage. We're in the 5th tackle. And there's Adrian Hadley for Widnes. Now Devereux. Goulding and Moriarty taking it up again. Andy Platt bringing him down. Platt's had a big game, so too has Moriarty. So too Phil Clark. In fact, it'd be difficult to pick a man of the match from these sets of forwards tonight, wouldn't it?
Very difficult indeed. They've all played their parts. The three-quarters haven't had much chance. And when you get hard tackling like that, it's no wonder.
It's only a mistake, really, that separates these two sides. That try from Frano Botica in the first half, coming as a result of the mistake by Richie Ayres. The sort of mistake that does win matches like this. Botica off the field at the moment has scored all 8 points of Wigan. Widnes with just the 2. The Jonathan Davies penalty. 18 minutes to go in this heavyweight contest. If it was a boxing match, Mike, it'd be stopped now for cruelty, wouldn't it?
Well, it would, as long as Colin Morris wasn't the referee.
Hadley collects the long ball downfield. Myler, the dummy half. Devereux slips. Goulding. Has he the key to unlock this Wigan defence?
Well, he's certainly tried. He's tried a little kick over the angle kicks, but to no avail. The scrambling defence of Wigan has been brilliant, and equal to that has been the Widnes defence also. As you mentioned, Eddie, it's just that one mistake that separates the sides.
But Ayres has fed Courier. Courier has given it to Myler. I thought for a moment then the Wigan defence had been breached. Courier dabs the ball forward. Bravery from Jason Robinson. Went down at the feet of Courier then. Lydon. Edwards. Betts. Crompton finds Hampson. Faultless in defence tonight, Hampson, looking now to produce something in attack.
Something's got to give. Something will break, Eddie. I just feel it.
Crompton, the acting halfback, dribbles the ball forward. Davies has to be brave, missed him. But Widnes got it back, second attempt. Now, was that a knock-on? David Hume got it, referee says play on.
Well, whether it's a knock-on or not, David Hume, look at that. Bravery, straight into it. pretty difficult to see from that angle. Colin Morris was on hand. He says play on. The tension builds once more.
A quarter of an hour to go. Wigan still just ahead. Penalty. And it's Jason Robinson pulled out for offside and not standing square at the play of the ball.
Well, there you see, he tackled him. He can stand at one side providing he doesn't touch him and then go back the 10 metres. When he's done the 10 metres, he then is allowed to tackle him, but not before.
So Widnes dragging themselves even further up the field. Jonathan Davis feeling the pace. He's had a thigh strain all week, caught his own injection on it. Only pass fit to play at the very last moment. They're starting to blow a bit, these players, no wonder.
Widnes have to start taking the gamble. Long balls out wide. That's the sort of thing.
Moriarty, still going Moriarty, support from Devro, but he had the ball pinched from him by Lydon. Moriarty's pass went between the two players and Lydon said thanks for the gift.
Moriarty trying to keep the ball alive, you can't blame him. They've got to try that sort of thing.
Dean Bell, he's found a little bit of space for Dennis Betts. Betts facing up to Goulding, and Goulding coming out on top with help from David Hume. Great play from both sides. Clark. Ball with Bell. Hampson. Who will crack? Will Wigan crack Widnes? Or will Widnes find a hole in that Wigan defence? It's Wigan on the attack. On the charge with a fire. Last tackle. Crompton hits the ball across the field of play, and then Betts moves in and hammers Davis to the floor.
Good kick by Crompton, but Davis comes through. Bravery award. Great tackle.
Widnes in possession with Courier. Gap opened up momentarily for Courier. Look at the team tackles from both sides. Approaching the 300 mark. All right, some of them haven't been the most legal. Widnes can play on as a result of this. It surely was a knock-on.
Well, Dean Bell brought off a tremendous tackle. He just couldn't believe it by the time he got up. Widnes were playing the ball.
Ayres. Well, nothing much to choose between the two sides in handling errors. Widnes have made two more than Wigan. It's with Goulding. And Myler. Myler! Still going Myler. He had Sorensen in support. Gets the ball out to the far side. Courier knocks it back. Play on is the decision. Courier. Long pass to Moriarty. Moriarty will try the grubber kick. Will go again, Moriarty! Great defence, Wigan, and the captain, Dean Bell, has come up with the ball.
Oh, great skills by the big Welshman. He's had a tremendous game tonight.
Moriarty back to his best. Wigan in possession, but referee has penalised Widnes for stealing the ball in that tackle.
Oh, it's all action. There you can see Devro getting involved. Quite open. The right arm dragging the ball free. Steve McCurry thought all his Christmases had come at once. And to be fair, a draw would be a deserving result.
Attendance tonight, 13,312. They've enjoyed what they've seen here at Central Park. I'm sure that you have, sitting in your living rooms around the country. It's been a wonderful advert for the game. A thunderous encounter. Two sides that have tackled their hearts out. 8 points to 2. We enter the last 10 minutes. It's still there for the winning. and Wigan have a penalty because Skerritt wasn't allowed to regain his feet.
David Hume caught there, laying all upon the prop forward Skerritt. In the background, while that was going on, Paul Moriarty receiving treatment. He's got cramp, and why shouldn't he have? He really has had a great game tonight, and I'm sure Eddie would have found himself into the notebook of Malcolm, really.
Yes, I'm sure the British coach is watching this one. Platt is a certainty for Wembley, providing he's fit. Betts is another. Runs like that. This is Dean Bell. Wigan inching closer to that Widnes line. Clark called for that. Oh, the ball just went forward. And Panafa first to react, but the forward pass.
Well, I can't believe that. Panic football from Clark there. He lost control. Surely with the scoreline there, it should have been just calm things down. We'll take the 1 point. Just that little buffer for Wigan.
Offside is the referee's decision. Penalty Widnes. Davis doesn't make much ground with that kick. Widnes' 9th penalty. Wigan have had the 10. Well, Wigan, a full-time club. They've trained for this one every day of this week. And the extra fitness could well pay dividends. But my word, what a contest this is. And we said the rest of the Rugby League must lift their game and come up and meet Wigan, and Widnes have certainly done that.
Well, it's always been a problem at Widnes in the defensive side. And I'll tell you what, Phil Larder takes a lot of credit because he really has added a lot of steel, and it's showing tonight.
Hampson has had a faultless display.
Well, he may not have had some scintillating tries, but it's been a classic in other areas.
We've certainly caught the Australians up, haven't we?
Surely Wigan will start running from dummy half, or are they just content to grind it out, work their way downfield and go for that 1-pointer?
8-2. Crompton just rolls the ball downfield, almost contemptuously. A punishing kick.
Well, after his first game up in the Charity Shield in Gateshead, quite a few people said that man in your picture would be a problem fitting into the Wigan side. Well, he certainly proved them wrong. Great composure with that kick.
And that little kick forward was Crompton's last action for a moment or two. He takes a breather. Frano Botica comes back on. Terrific display for the emergency hooker. I'm just looking in that pack there to see who's gone in as the hooker. We think perhaps it was Jason Robinson. Hadley has drifted in field. McCurry is the acting halfback. This is David Hume. Not done bad for a first appearance at loose forward, has he? Goulding. Sorensen. 35. Oldest man on the park and still going strong.
You wouldn't think so, would you? Produced a tremendous burst in the first half.
No knock on. Goulding climbed onto that one by his fingertips. Here he is again. Another kick downfield. Well, he knows that perhaps it won't open the door altogether, but it's taken Widnes a little bit further up the field.
Well, you could see the look of exasperation on the brow there, trying to urge his charges on. There's still time, he says. 5 minutes to go.
That's all that's left. Wigan, just one try and a conversion ahead. 8 points to 2. Referee says, let's have that scrum reformed. And looking at that shambles as it gets up off the floor, no wonder.
They can hardly stand some of these forwards. Talk about a clash of the Titans. One thing is for sure, Eddie, both sides will be in and around when the big games are on at the end of the season. On this performance, anyway.
Penalty at the scrum to Widnes. Referee just holds the clock up. Moriarty coming off after a tremendous evening's work. I'm just trying to check who's come on. Referee holds the clock up again. And Essenate for Milo has come back on for Paul Moriarty. Sorensen drops the ball. Knock on. He thumps the turf in disgust. His first mistake. What a time for it.
He overrun the football then. Had to reach back for it with his left hand. Wasn't enough to stop the knock on. Another chance gone missing.
Wigan get possession from a very untidy scrum. It's down to the wire time now. 4 minutes to go. That is the Wigan goal line, and Widnes have got the ball back with Davis. Great tackle. Bottica on Davis. Devereux. And Courier. McCurry. You've got to hand it to this Wigan defence. But can Widnes get through it now? With Goulding and Myler. Goulding again. Still going Goulding. Out to Richie Ayres. Ayres looks for support. For Milo is there. And for Milo is just ankle tapped and brought down. Widnes trying all they know. David Humes spreads it wide. Myler. Sorensen. Ball breaks. A fire picks up. Is this the moment for a fire? No. McCurry wheels him in.
McCurry desperate there. Just caught a fire at the last gasp.
Richie Ayres receiving treatment. I notice on the far side of the field that Andrew Farrer is doubled up in pain too. It's been that sort of a night.
Full credit to both sides. This has been entertainment plus.
Here's Hampson. Still going, Hampson. He's had a big game tonight. He's given Malcolm really a nudge. Edwards. Edwards on his own.
Surely they'll look for the field goal now. The drop goal is at the mercy.
Here it is with Lydon, perhaps. Lydon again has made room. He's hit the post. Myler has it for Widnes. Myler still for Widnes. Great tackle from the man who had the drop goal attempt, Joe Lydon. Devereux.
They say never go up the coast. Lydon sidestepped around, gave himself the room. The ball wriggled. Oh!
Richie Ayres has had a nightmare. Poor Richie Ayres wanted so much to perform in front of the Sky cameras. Robinson's dropped it. Devereux, it looks like Devereux thought he had all the time in the world then. We're in the last minute.
Lost his composure a little bit there, Robinson. The Wigan side knew what they wanted. They wanted to just go towards those posts. Give Lydon another opportunity.
Goulding and Myler spreads the play to Devereux. Devereux just managing to get to the ball, second attempt.
Some of these players just can't walk.
No wonder the effort that they have all put in so early in the season. It promises much for the months ahead. Davis! A fire has swooped! Here's a fire! A fire touches down! The match is won! It's Wigan's! And Martin a fire, for so long, the man who won matches for Widnes, has won this one for Wigan in the very last moment. Davis tried something special, and O'Fire, the man who provided it.
The Stones Bitter Championship replay will show Davies tried something special, as you mentioned, Eddie. But this man was on hand. The bounce of the ball went his way. He's shouting already, the game is won. He turns to the adulation of the crowd. They had to try something like this. We mentioned that Davies was the man that could probably get them out of it. The bounce of the ball, full credit to O'Fire. He'd come in to help the defence. The opportunity came, one. He took it. The game is won. He loves it.
Botica adds the extra 2. It's Wigan 14, Widnes 2. A match really that neither side deserved to lose by 12 points has now well and truly gone Wigan's way, and that is why Martin O'Fire is worth nearly £500,000. Swooped on the loose ball, saw the opportunity, came in field, touchdown. Great stuff. Quite a moment for him.
Unbelievable moment, but I'm sure even the partisan Wigan crowd would have agreed that a draw would have been a fair result. I don't think anyone would have argued with that. They've certainly got their money's worth tonight.
Super game. It's Wigan now then who will join St Helens at the top of the tree tonight. And Saints, well, they play Salford on Sky on Sunday, 10 o'clock Sunday night. Fabulous match.
Come on! Well, I don't think Phil Clark was expecting the reverse pass from O'Fire then. I think Clark thought that I've done enough in the forward work.
Well, Widnes know it's a lost cause now. But Davis has found Hadley. They've tackled, and Devereux now will run. And there's the final siren. The match is over. A game of titanic proportions, and Wigan have won it by 14 points to 2, and they've come up with the try scorer, Martin O'Fire. Dean Bell, the captain, shows appreciation to the crowd. A wonderful night on Sky Sports.
Another Sky Sports exclusive. Salford, fresh from victory last weekend, clash head-to-head with St Helens. The Stones Bitter Championship unbeaten league leaders. Rugby League this Sunday night at 10. Exclusive only on Sky Sports.
How fat I was 3 months ago. Me, Isabel Silverstone, before I lost 25 pounds on the Slim Fast plan. It's easy with Slim Fast. You have a delicious, nutritious shake for breakfast, one for lunch, and a proper dinner. You get the healthy nutrition you need with SlimFast, and the weight just comes off.
Give SlimFast a week. See the weight come off.
To free the crispy bits, my son, you must be at one with the bar. You must be toffee, you must be crisp. And then...
There are hundreds of crispy bits bursting to get out of a toffee crisp. You've just got to set them free.
Look, just bite the thing. All right?
All right, all right. Yeah, sorry.
I used to buy a big powder. Ever thought about a liquid?
Well, I've tried liquids before, but they're not very good value.
Now there's a new liquid that could change your mind. New Des Ultra Liquid.
Well, I must confess, I was very surprised. To look at this bottle, you'd think it would only last 10 minutes. It's very economical. I only had to use the smallest amount. We've got a lot of fruit bushes in the back garden. The children get very messy picking them. It's had blackberry stains on it, but with one wash with the Des, and it was out. And it all came up very white. First liquid that I've ever tried that I was that impressed with.
This is what you used to use. There's 2 packs there for your new liquid.
No.
Not going to let me. This will last you a long time.
So will this.
For brilliant whites and good value, it makes sense to swap.
The bacteria that cause spots are there every day, so to kill them and get fewer spots, use Biactol every day.
When 2 women offered to wash my hair, I thought they're only after one thing. They were my dandruff microbes, the irritating little blighters that cause the flakes. That's why they're washing half my head with this and half with Head and Shoulders, to demonstrate how it gets rid of the dandruff by neutralizing those troublesome microbes. On the ordinary medicated side, still dandruff. How irritating. But on the Head and Shoulders side, no dandruff. And the hair's rampant.
Head and Shoulders doesn't half-shift dandruff.
In Prima this month, 20 delicious one-pot meals. Plus, find your perfect hairstyle and get 25% off. Prima October with your free multi-pattern.
Dixon, sale. Dixon. Dixon, sale. Dixon. Dixon. Sale. Dixon. Dixon, sale. Dixon. Dixon, sale. Dixon. Sale.
Ever watched the High Flyers and wondered if you could be one? You tried, but somehow never seemed to get off the ground. But you could give yourself the chance to win £250,000 every month. Put as little as £100 in premium bonds, and if you don't make a killing, you can always get your money back. Premium bonds from National Savings. Security has never been so interesting.
Fantastic advert for Rugby League football on Sky Sports tonight on the Friday Night Big League, and Wigan have come out on top by 14 points to 2. Needless to say, a delighted Dean Bell, Wigan captain, is talking now with Graham Beecroft.
Dean Bell, marvellous performance, a great game.
Yeah, I suppose it was a good game to watch, but, you know, it was very tough out there, and there was no quarter asked, no quarter given, and you know, it's the usual Widnes-Wigan derby match.
Very, very close indeed. I mean, what was it like when the tackles were going in there?
I mean, it was ferocious. It was full-blooded rugby league out there, and I suppose it shows how close the game was. You know, we scored off 2 of their mistakes, so, I mean, it could have gone either way.
It was very close to the end, but Martin of Fire steaming through the middle finally sealed it.
Yeah, it certainly did. I suppose Martin's very happy after being out, but as I say, it was a close game, and I suppose that turned it right at the end.
Great full-back performances from both sides. The 2 full-backs played tremendously.
I don't think you can single anybody out in particular. I think it was a great match by all 26 players out there tonight.
So you're back to winning ways after that little bit of a slip earlier on. You must be delighted with that as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, I suppose, you know, we've had a bit of a slow start. I mean, but we're used to that. So I mean, things didn't go according to plan because Widnes were putting us under pressure a lot. So I mean, we've still got a long way to go yet.
Dean, thank you very much indeed.
Long way to go, as the man says. 14 points to 2. Wigan have won. Botica and a fire in the very last moment. 3 goals from Botica, just the 1 goal from Jonathan Davis. That's all Widnes had to show. 13,300 here A truly tremendous occasion. Hope you've enjoyed it watching at home. Well, up here on the gantry, not far from us, all the way through this match, has been the Wigan coach, John Money, and he's joined us now. John, you must be delighted. That was a tremendous display from your boys.
It was great. I always say that the big games bring out the big players, you know, and the big time players always play well in the big games, and we've certainly got plenty of those.
Yes, you have on that display. There's no doubt about it. Oh, fired in the last minute. Well, that was just the crowning moment for you, I suppose.
Well, it was. He's not so flashy anymore, but he certainly understands the game, and he plays a lot better. And he probably went into he probably wasn't prepared to go flat out today, but you know, we did enough, and 8-2 was probably a good indication of the game.
Yeah, we were thinking that perhaps, you know, with all the pressure Widnes had, a draw would have been a fair result, but I wouldn't expect you to agree with that.
A draw is never a good result.
But this is a tremendous moment for you, and Wigan have posted their intentions once more. You're going to be there at the end of the season.
Well, there's a lot of football in front of us, and but like I said, it was a big game, and it was a game we felt we had to win, and the good players all stood up, and they were, you know, they were great tonight. I thought we had plenty of good players, as did Widnes.
Well done, John. I'm sure you'll enjoy a very pleasant evening here at Wigan tonight, celebrating that, a very famous win. Thanks very much indeed. Match facts for you, and team tackles. Well, 165 from Wigan, 174 from Widnes. Scrums, nothing to choose. Penalties, all square at 10 apiece. Handling errors, 8 by Wigan and 11 by Widnes. And crucially, 2 of those handling errors led to the 2 Wigan tries. And time in possession, Wigan had 39% of it, and Widnes 37% of it. Fabulous game. Neil Midgley has watched up here alongside us too with Mike Stevenson. If there are any neutrals out there, Neil, who are watching this game, they couldn't but be impressed by that, surely.
Oh, it was tremendous entertainment. Rugby league always is, but that was just different class, wasn't it? What a better way to spend a Friday than that. It really was brilliant. And, you know, there's a lot of people in other sports go to rugby league matches. You know, I know that Bobby Charlton and Tommy Docherty and Ian St John and Cliff Morgan from the Rugby Union Code, they all go to rugby league matches, you know. Now, that must mean something, and that must mean it's great entertainment.
Steve-O, we're in good company by the sound of things then.
My word, well, it is the greatest game of all, but I may be a little bit biased. No, I have to agree with Neil. It was a tremendous game, and I hate cliches, but the game was a winner tonight.
Was too, wasn't it? And Wigan, as far as you're concerned, and Widnes, will they be there come the end of the season, do you think?
No doubt about it. I think that I was most impressed with the way that Widnes played. A few seasons ago, last season, Widnes would have wilted against that power of Wigan, especially in the forwards. They never threw the towel in. It's been a long time since I've seen a Widnes side with so much effort and so much pride. They're a changed team. They'll be around when the big guns in at the end of the season.
Well, not with many up before 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, Eddie.
I'm sure there won't be. Well, there we are. That's the big league on this Friday evening. Wigan and Widnes have provided us with a feast of football. We've more to come for you on Sunday. It's St Helens top of the table against Salford, and we shall be there with that 10 o'clock on Sunday night. Till then, from all of us, goodbye.
The Stones Better Championship, taking rugby into a different league.
Yes, this is where the action is.
This Saturday, join Sally Guttle and Paul Dempsey for Sports Saturday, including snooker, the Scottish Masters semi-final live. tennis, the battle of the champions, Connors versus Navratilova, and a clash of the sexes. And, of course, all the football results as they happen. Don't miss out on Sports Saturdays, starting at 1, only on Sky Sports.
If you get a headache, you just don't feel very bright. And if the pain gets worse, it can really get you down. To stop bad pain, try a painkiller with something extra. Soluble Anodin Extra, 40% more pain reliever than many ordinary tablets. New Anodin Extra Soluble. Turns off pain.
Oh, look at that poor bloke. Middle of nowhere. 11:30 at night. Smashing it up won't make it work again, will it? It's only 9:30, eh? Is it? Time for a gross then. Yeah, let's have a gross. Here, top that. Yeah, don't see many of them on the road, do you?
Must be overseas technology or something. Imports. Can't trust them.
Well, remember, every single bottle of gross is being shipped in from Holland.
Oh, no, it doesn't bear thinking about.
Still, must take a long time, though.
They're not just adding more vitamins to blackcurrant Ribena, they're giving you 15% extra. Free! Delicious Ribena. Now even better value.
Is anything more refreshing than a mint with a hole?
There's more for the family with Asda Extra Value. 12 crumpets for the price of 8, 15 oranges for the price of 10, 9 Robinson's fruit drinks for the price of 7, and 9 penguins for the price of 7. Get everything for the family and more with Asda Extra Value.
Morton 2, Hamilton 2, Berwick 2, Albion 2.
I want to be rich. I want to be very, very, very rich.
5-4, Forfar 5.
Come on, just one more.
Cowdenbeath 2, Alloa 2.
Yes, yes, I want to be a millionaire. Right, where's the champagne?
Clyde 3, Brecon 3.
What?
Dumbarton 2, East Stirling 2.
I just want to be wealthy, then just ordinary wealthy.
Stranraer 1, Queen's Park 1.
Oh, well, that's it then.
Stenhousemuir 1, Arbroath 7.
Well, lucky old Arbroath.
If you want to get richer slowly, but surely, you'll want a with-profit savings plan from Prudential.
Starting now in Best Magazine, Best Quest. Over £200,000 of prizes. Win cars, camcorders, diamonds, holidays. Get Best with your free game card now.
Something good has come together. The coolness of ice cream, the great taste of Mars. Mars Ice Cream Snack. The cooler, lighter way to enjoy Mars.
B&Q have brought down the price of paint. And it's not a limited offer, it's a totally new policy. Over 2,000 paints are now all at lower prices, day in, day out. So now everyone can afford to splash out. B&Q. Why pay pots for paint?